down, man. Let's put it straight together. And fight this bad niggas. We there rising up, we keep going down. Polluting with the rise, now our leaders and pockets. All the fuel price from mineral resources. How can we listen to this call and obey? When the youth and masses are dying every day. Death holidays.
I don't want to do this thing. 1 hour.
Prostitution still at the talent fraud. It will be the order of the day. At the end of the day, now who is supposed to be? Bad leaders, fake politicians. Greed is the law of the whole. How can we never get straight? We cannot even afford to get it. It's all about the wishes and the bad government. Our fate is in the hands of the Lord.
I got me accomplished. Nah, it's the Apple on internet.
Suffering is lying every day, killing our youth and put them to jail. While the weak criminals are going away, free the young man with the golden era. What happened to all the senators and governors?
Okay. We don't come. Good morning. Just a morning question show with Zubby, and we don't come now, okay? We don't show. The show don't start like this. Good morning to the world. Good morning, Moscow City. Good morning, Russian. Wherever you are watching me, hope you are safe. Hope you guys are safe, okay? Just a morning question show. So I'm having my guest for today's show, okay? Okay, he will introduce himself more when he come online. So today's question morning show goes like this. You know, what do men really want in a relationship? As in, what do you think that men want in a relationship? So if you have quickly your opinion, send me a request now so that I will bring you in and you speak, okay? Today's topic goes this way. What do men really want in a relationship? They don't want sex, they don't want pregnancy, or they want to friend one girl for 10 years. What do the man want in a relationship? This question goes for everyone, okay? For me, I should give my opinion. What do a man want in a relationship? You know, some people want fun. Some people will tie one girl in a relationship for 10 years because of they don't want their friend or they don't want the girl to leave them and marry another guy. Even if when they have so many girlfriends, you know, so many things they go wrong. So I don't know what I want in a relationship. For now, fun. So don't send me a request, okay? If you have, don't mind me, okay? Just let me hear your opinion, okay? Let me hear your opinion. Send me a request. Let's know what you got. You know, let's know what you got. They will see where they will come and talk. No, they will become scared. You became scared to talk. Someone say he will call and share his comment about this, okay? So I'm waiting for the person. After one call now, I'm bringing my guest, okay? What do the man want in a relationship? This is our topic this morning, okay? What do you think a man wants in a relationship? As a girl, what do you think a man wants in a relationship? Give me your answer. Give me your quotation. Let me see. Comment and send us a request. What do the man want in a relationship? That's me. We're gonna be a nice one. Okay. What do the man want in a relationship? Do you think they want marriage? Do you think they want to friend one girl for many years? I do not know. As a lady, you say you do not know. You failed. You did not know. What do the man want in a relationship? Share your body you want, or in get future with you, or want to make you his only wife, or you want to keep friending you so that others will run away. People want different things, and that is why we do not Okay. So what do you think people want? You know, what is that different thing you think people want? You know, and this topic was raised by a lady. This topic was raised by a lady, and I believe that so many ladies will they watch me now. They're supposed to fire down, fire down, fire down. This is the opportunity you have to speak about that issue where they worry you. Okay, you have this opportunity to speak about it. Don't keep silent. If you have been in a relationship for a very long time, this is the opportunity for you to speak about it so that your partner will know, will decide what he wants or not. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. Like I will bring my guest because I have only 1 hour to stay here. I will leave here at 12:30. So not too much time. Not too much time. I don't think I have many time. Hold up. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Please kindly tell us your name and where you are. This is my guest for today's show. He's my guest for today's show. Okay, please, sir, tell us your name and where you call us from. Introduce yourself, please.
All right. My name is Joshua Orabiyi, and I'm speaking from Moscow. I am a pastor. I'm a lecturer, and I reside in Moscow.
You're a pastor, you're a lecturer. God bless you for joining us, Pastor. God bless you. In case if you don't know him, I don't know. Wake everybody now. Ah, man, people are still sleeping. They pay me.
Didn't get that.
People are still sleeping. Wake everybody now. Wake everybody so that they can come and listen to our brother because we don't really have time. We don't really have time to be here for all day. I will leave here at 12:30. After this interview, I'm off. Okay. Hello.
Hello. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm here with you,
your screen is just rolling. I don't know whether someone is calling you.
Yes, someone was calling, but then it's off now.
Maybe you can send me a request back, okay? Please.
Okay.
So guys, please, I urge you now to wake everybody. Anyone that is sleeping now, wake them up now so that we can listen to this our brother. He's contesting for Nigeria community. You know, whenever they say I should interview someone, I don't know no matter where you come from, I will not start saying who is this person. I always follow up with the person. So that is why I'm doing this interview. It's a very sharp interview. We do not make so much noise about it, but we believe that with this now we will know who to vote, okay? Who to commit to represent you. That's what we are doing. Yes, I think it's more better now, sir. So welcome back one more time, Pastor Afolabi, right?
Pastor Joshua.
Pastor
Orabiyi.
Joshua. Oh, Yesu. Oh. Pastor Yesu, God bless you. God bless you, Pastor Yesu. Agomba, Charlie is here. Big shout out to you. So, sir, please, I normally take a call before I bring my guest, but due to my time, I don't have all that time now, but with God, we will conquer. So, sir, please, if you do not know him, he's a pastor, he's a lecturer, and he's contesting for Nigeria President Community, right?
Yes.
Okay, sir. So, sir, please, can we know where part of country are you from, sir?
I am from the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I am from Osun State, although I was born and bred in Lagos. Yeah, I lived in Lagos. I studied in Ibadan. I studied later on in Lagos, and then before I moved to Moscow, to Russia.
Okay. It's been a
I have
wonderful
my
journey.
background from command secondary school. I have a military background from command secondary school, and I did civil engineering in Lagos State Polytechnic. After which I came to Moscow. I have my background here in Moscow in Ruden University, public relations, the master's degree, and journalism PhD. And currently, I lecture in the same university. I lecture journalism, and that is what I do currently.
Okay. 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 Hope you guys are taking note, okay? Because this information he's giving us will be on my channel on YouTube, okay? So anyone you guys want, or maybe in future he win for the president, we can go back to his interview. If there's anyone he do not do, that is the essence of we keeping this record. Anyone he promised us that you do, you do not achieve it, we will bring out your record and show you. Because this time around now, most schools, we are awake now. We want to know everything that is going on, people that represent us, what they're doing. So, sir, please, to the next question, sir, are you a pastor or evangelist, sir?
I am the senior pastor of Christ Apostolic Church. That's CAC. And this Christ Apostolic Church is a Nigerian church, one of the oldest Nigerian churches we know, and we are currently under the European mainland. I am the senior pastor here. We have other branches in different parts of the Russian Federation, and headquarters here in Moscow. And I started this aspect of the job of the calling. That is already not a job, it's a calling. In 2015, when I was returned back for my PhD, and then I was also sent to resume the mission, which is pastoring, from 2015. And since then, we thank God, we celebrated our 5th anniversary recently, and God has been very faithful to us. He's been doing great things in our life.
Okay, sir, you are telling us that you are the senior pastor, you are the owner of the church here in Russia, CAC, right?
I am not the owner. I'm the senior pastor.
Okay.
The owner of the church is Jesus. And CAC, is not a small or it's not a young church. It's been since 1930. So just the Russian aspect of it
Okay.
have me be their senior pastor.
Okay. Now we understand you more. In Russia here, you are the senior pastor, you are the one in charge. Okay, sir, we really appreciate you because we need people like you. We need men of God, we need women of God, so that we need all this prayer, both for the country, both for our country, both for everybody in their families. We need that prayer, sir. Thank you so much for being a pastor, for contesting. So, sir, so the next question, what inspired you to contest for the leadership of Nigeria community, President? What inspired you, sir?
Thank you. Thank you so much for your question. I've been working in the Nigerian community since 2011. I served as the secretary for student affairs in 2011 for 2 years. I finished my tenure in 2013 also while I finished my master's degree, and I went home. And while I served then, this is 9 years ago, means I'm not new in this system. While I served there, I've always had a burden to contribute my quota to the support of Nigerians in the Russian Federation. Before this time, I also served as the president of Nigerian Students Union in the People's Friendship University. I also served as the president of African Students Union as well in the same year, 2011 to 2012. So I have had an experience of leadership. I have had an experience of working with Nigerians so much. While I served as the Secretary for Student Affairs under this same Nigerian community, we were able to start other Nigerian communities in other cities, like in Belgorod and in Rostov. And this is not a new office to me. Yesterday, I was speaking to a friend of mine, and he said to me, "Oh, Pastor, you were supposed to have been in this office like some 6 years ago." But this was because I took a break from things that concerned politics. This was when I went home for a while. I was called to work in an oil servicing company as a general manager. This was an opportunity also for me to get more experience in leadership. And I served there for 2 years, after which I was called to return for the office of pastoring to pastor the CAC here in Russia. Returning to Russia, I actually felt that I would never have anything to do with so-called politics. But then, politics is not the way we see it. Politics for people who just who see it as a game and not going there to do anything. They are not going there to fix anything. They are only coming to show us that they are the head, the boss. They will go around in the suits and everyone will call them Oga. But politics is not about the chairman or the chairmanism in the office. Politics is service. After I got back, even in church, we have several opportunities to serve and assist Nigerians. And this has been my usual life. It only meant returning back
Okay.
to continue what I have always done. Then, majorly, what triggers me the most is the level of our disunity in this land that is not making things work for us. This is the main thing we have to focus on. For those who have seen my interview, you see that I've hammered majorly on unity. We will keep having these problems until unitedly all of us can stand together to make a change, to make the Nigerian story in this land a different one. Till today, there's been a disparity. Nigerians hate each other. Till this morning, a young man called me and said, "Sir, I'm just leaving the hospital. I have not eaten for 3 days." And this is not someone that could lie, I know. He's an entertainer. And he said, "Please, help me. My brothers have turned their back. Each time I call someone, he stops talking to me." It becomes a normal thing for us in this country that when it is time for us to assist one another, we turn our backs on each other. Then we start to remind each other who came from this village and who came from that village. So unity is one of those things that is priority for me. When we're united, it becomes compulsory for us to help one another. Because we know there's nothing we can do. There's no way you can push this person. He's my brother. I have to help him. I need to assist him. We will look into different aspects of our lives, different phases of our lives, and how to solve our problems. So this is exactly what brings me to the table, that we can make things work once again for ourselves.
Okay. Okay, sir. I hear you talking about the unity and the love and the being our brother keepers, and you believe you will achieve it in your own times, right?
Not only believe, I know we will achieve it.
Okay.
How do I know? Because we have well-meaning Nigerians. One of the reasons why these things have not been achieved in the past is because of our ego. A lot of ranks and wings have been grown by people. Some people have decided to be big men unnecessarily. While they look down, they intentionally put other people down. There's no difference between us. This is Don Zubby, okay? And I'm Joshua. We are both Nigerian. Is there any difference between you and I, Don Zubby? No, there's none. You're my brother. If we stop on the road and if both of us stop on the road, we carry the same green passport and we are checked, we'll be checked the same way. If I'm checked at the border, like I said, 15 minutes. It doesn't matter that I am a lecturer. It's written there, lecturer. And this is Don Zubby. They don't care. They see both of us as Nigerians. They will check us the same way. We have the same mindset. They believe we have the same, they believe we behave the same way even before the government. So this is why I know that there are Nigerians in this country, people who are well-meaning, that we can bring together, every one of us from different areas and facets of life. We sit together on the same table, think, map out, strategize. Okay, this is where we have been coming from. These are the things we have not done right. Let us do it right this way. Let us fix this. Let us put this here. Let us put this here. This is my sister. This is my brother. I cannot do away with him. It doesn't matter where he's from or how he looks like. He is my brother. And we are here. We are not at home. If we were at home, we can play all those rubbish. But here, this is a foreign land. We are one Nigeria. We are all Nigerians. And that time when there is a platform created for people to come together, things will be fixed. Things will be done right. We are not that many. We are the ones who see it that way. We only need to synergize. We need to bring our hands together, put efforts together on the table. There are different facets of our lives which spans across health, feeding, education, accommodation, and mention it. Do you know that in these different areas of life, we also have people who are experts, who do one thing or the other to make life easy in this sphere of life. But each one of them are doing it in their own corners. You bring them together to the table, and we see how we can solve this problem. The main problem right now for we Nigerians, some of us came here to find our daily bread, right?
Yeah.
How do we do that? How do we do that? We have people here who have both Russian and Nigerian passports. We have people who have been in this country for over 30 years. They have all the experiences and all what you have. But there is no platform. Don't let's say that they are not doing anything. There is no platform at which they will do anything. So this is an opportunity to bring people together where we can have a solid platform, a solid stand, a solid table where every single Nigerian can sit around it and make a life. Even here, like I said in one of my interviews, Nigerians are not poor, but some Nigerians cannot feed. This is the place for unity. This is the place for balance.
Okay, sir.
And that's my job.
Okay,
that's
sir.
what I am coming.
Thank you for that. Thank you for clearing that aspect of question I asked you. And sir, what is your comment about being a student and being a lecturer and still be running for the president of Nigeria community? Do you think a student can handle this post very well? Do you think being a student will not take away so many good things that will come into the office away from you? Do you think being a lecturer, being a student, you can achieve all this?
Okay, I'm not a student. I stopped studying. I only lecture only.
Okay.
My
Okay.
visa
You're not a
reads
student, you're a lecturer.
006, not 005.
Okay, because
already.
why I asked this question is because
Yes,
of several
I'm an
interview I
official
had.
lecturer.
Several interview I had, they keep mentioning about being a student is not enough to achieve this president Nigeria community, and also you now you're a lecturer also. So being a lecturer and how are you going to combine the two posts? Being a Nigeria president community here in Russia and also being a lecturer, how are you going to combine the two posts?
Okay. Okay, you have already asked two questions. I will answer the first one and then the second one. The
Okay.
first one is, hope the students will not be the one enjoying all the benefits. No. That's why I've said this is not about me. Don't Zubby, this is about us, you and I. When I get into this office, you have your own role to play. Especially now, you being an entertainer. I'm also an entertainer, I see. The aspect of music and entertainment is a different aspect of the Nigerian community. We will have a team, a committee handling this aspect. There are several entertainers here and several Nigerians. Thank God for the scapegoats coming down tomorrow. Prof. Gabi is a professional entertainer. There's supposed to be a team of Nigerian entertainers. And in that team, we talk about how to move forward. We talk about how to make very quality things, how to represent and push our image, making it better before the Russian people. There will be a team of health experts. There will be a team for immigration experts. There is a team of those who will talk about how to fix jobs. I will not be able to do everything alone. Only God Almighty can sit down in heaven. Even God, as the Holy Spirit, as God the Son, as the angels, is not doing everything alone. Any leader that comes out to say, I, is already a failed leader. There will be us. There is no I here. I am just a face which the Nigerian people will be choosing as a representative. But there will be a whole team, a large team. That is what an organization is. The organization is not about one person. It's not even about the executives. The executives cannot handle all these aspects. There will be different teams handling different questions, different aspects of our lives as Nigerians in the Russian Federation. So I will not be doing everything. I will just be overseeing, while there will be several other opportunities. So this is not about students. Students are just one aspect of life. And they are even fine. They are studying. Their parents are sending them money. A few of them are working. There are some people who don't have a place to live. Some people don't have food to eat. They don't even have friends. In the hostel, they can run to each other. I've visited some parts of Moscow and, oh, I feel so much for Nigerians. This is even Moscow. In Moscow, we have some daily jobs. You can run up and down also. Do you know that there are people outside Moscow that you Moscovites don't even consider? That don't even have any form of job at all. That is big work. So anyone going for the office of Nigerian Community Russia is someone who must be ready to strategize, to put things in place, to make sure that there is a team that works. A big team. So that's why you will not see me carrying everything together. No, there will be a team who will be doing everything. I already have mapped out people who can work in this government. Like I said, you are one of them in the entertainment world. I want our entertainment world to stand. I want the people to see us. I want the Russians to know who we are. In the business world, I want us to take our place. Oh, we have businessmen. We have 1, 2, 3. We don't even know them. We want new businessmen to be raised. Very importantly. In the aspect of immigration, we have immigration lawyers. We have already graduated lawyers, those who were trained from here. And we have Russian lawyers who will work together with us to see to us tackling each of the Nigerian problems that we have. So this is my job here. My job is to bring everybody together, everybody on the table, and have a real government work, a real government. Not only about the executives, those who will be working with me, but definitely about the whole of Nigeria. Some people don't want to take offices, but they are ready to work.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. Thank you for answering that, okay? Sir, my next question, before I can take all the comments, my next question is this. So many people say that politics and religion do not match together. So how are you going to combine, you're a general pastor here in CAC, Moscow, Russia. You are the general overseer, and you're also going for Nigeria Community President. How are you going to combine this in a way that people always say that the politics and religion do not match together? So tell us, how are you going to overcome this?
That is one of the major problems we have.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Misconception about everything. Christianity, firstly, is not, I said misconception is one of our major problems. Christianity, one, is not a religion. Christianity is a way of life, okay? Let's go into that, because I know you talk about religion sometimes. But then, talking about my office as a pastor. What's the work of the pastor? The pastor is a shepherd.
Okay.
A shepherd is someone who takes care of people. One of the major problems we have today is that the shepherds we have bother only about the little sheep that God has given to them. Let's take care of only my church members. Let my church members be the only ones moving forward. Let people around me be the only ones that are fine. Every other person outside my coverage is not my business. If God has given me the opportunity, He has given me the strength, He has given me the wisdom, why shouldn't it be beneficial for the rest of the people? Not only for church members. I even see this as an opportunity rather to affect more lives. When we get to heaven, God will not ask you of a roll call of your church members alone. No. He will ask you how many people, how many lives could you affect while you're here on earth? How many people could you touch their lives positively? How many people went to bed smiling because you were in this community? In our own church, we have a system that works. That even in my absence, things will naturally go on. The same thing I desire for the Nigerian community. There is a need for a system. There is a need for structures to be put in place. Then we will stop shouting and crying the way we already cry. When structures are in place, people are responsible for assignments and they will deliver. They will deliver. There is a need for supervision, and that's where the president stands. He still supervises and makes sure everything goes on the way they are supposed to. But Nigerians will need to stand up and be responsible for our life, be responsible for moving forward here. Everything is possible. The Russian government opens up by the day. Every day things get better. I left in 2013. When I came in 2015, everything here was already changed. Everything. And every single day, things only go good and better and best. So we must also cling into this. We must not be left out of the good things that are happening in the Russian Federation. Thank God for the treaty and the signings that the president did with African countries. And right now, Africa is in the mind of Russia. We cannot be the last in this. We also need to take part in these aspects. So, religion and community is the same thing, if you want to say that, because the religion is a part of the community. It does not separate from each other. They are not different.
Okay.
What matters is a structure, is a system, is things being done the way they are supposed to be.
Okay. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Okay. So, and someone has a question that what do you think that is going wrong in embassy when you step in your office that you amend it? What do you think that is going wrong now that you plan to change when you step in as a president community?
Thank you so much for the question, Don Zubby. You know, embassies, we all have complaints about it because the people there are Nigerians. They are like you and I. You can remove a man, take a man from Nigeria. You can't take the Nigerian from him, right? So we all know there's no big deal about this. But we need to, as a community, try to fix things ourselves and not always rely on the Nigerian embassy, because the Nigerian embassy is incapacitated in most cases. That's number one. Number two, in the aspect of relationship, I understand that we say the way they relate to us is bad. The way they, these are simple relationship problems that need to be fixed together with the embassy, with the ambassador, whoever the ambassador will be already there. I want to appreciate our new ambassador, our current ambassador, because he really did a lot of things. A lot of changes happened. But then these are things that the executives now, the Nigerian Committee executives, will put in notes. We've sent officially the ambassador proposing that from the meeting we had as Nigerian community, we felt that These steps could be put in place to make life easier. We are Nigerians. We don't like the way we are treated when we come home. The embassy is supposed to be our house. I had the opportunity to be close to the Russian embassy while I was in Nigeria from 2013 to 2015 because I had an opportunity to meet with the ambassador. Aside that, I was the general manager of a Russian oil servicing company. So it gave me a first-hand opportunity to relate with the embassy. And I know the way the Russians were treated whenever they come to the embassy. They give them first-hand treatment. I remember the last time I visited the Russian embassy to change my visa from student, from PhD to lecturer. That was in October. The lady at the gate, the Nigerian security woman, I came with a team of Russians, so they allowed us to enter without a queue. And as I was about sitting down, she said, "Oga, please go drop your key for that side. No, go drop your phone and your things for that side." I looked at her and I said, "Can you be a bit more polite?" She said, "Oga, I don't do anything. I just say, may you drop your thing for that side." That is a Nigerian to a Nigerian. Now, wait. Just in the next second, there was a man behind me. He's not Russian, but he's a white man. As that man came, this same security woman that just shouted at me said, "Oh, welcome, sir. Please go quietly and choose any of the cupboards and put your things in it." And then I turned to the lady. I said, "Excuse me, what did you just do?" He said, "Oh, guy, I don't do anything." I said, "What do you mean you don't do anything?" She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Why did you treat the foreigner somehow different from the way you treated me?" And she said, "Oh, guy, I don't treat you anyhow. I don't treat you anyhow." So it's in our blood, it's in our mindset that we treat the foreigner differently while we treat ourselves like shit. And these are proposals. And I told her, "I'm going to report you to the diplomats, the Russian diplomats in the embassy, because this was rubbish. There has to be a common ground for everyone. If you want to treat the Russians rubbish, then we understand that in this embassy, they have asked us to treat everybody rubbish. And we will not accept, because this is our house. In our house, we're not treated anyhow. We're treated rightly. So these would just be simple proposals made to the Nigerian embassy to say, please, we want every Nigerian citizen to be treated well. When we can already sort our problems as Nigerians ourselves, and the embassy knows that we're not coming always to kneel down to beg, then we will have a little more value in the presence of not only the Nigerian embassy, but even in the presence of the Russian Federation. There is a need for our value level to be increased in this country. People treat us like trash. And that is because they know all sorts of rubbish about us. And we are also not ready to fix them. So this is what makes us different. It's not them. It is we. We are the fault. We are the ones with the problem. So when we start to change the way we act, when we start to change the way we make things happen, when we start to carry ourselves also like princes that we are. You know, sometimes the Russians will say you are a prince, right? When they see you dressed in suit and in tie. This is one of the reasons why I dress always like this, not because I'm a pastor. I've been dressing like this forever, because I love the way they address me. These are part of things that we will put already into our culture. The way you dress, they say, is the way you are addressed. The way you talk outside, the way you carry yourself, those things are part of the things that Nigerians will now start to put in place. I'm not talking about dressing alone, but I'm talking about the way we live our lives here. And with time, the Nigerian embassy will change his mind towards us. They will relate to us rightly, but we will not keep quiet. We will not keep quiet. We'll keep writing.
Okay, so thank you for that. Thank you for answering that. So many comments is going on here. So many people. I have a comment that said that what can you do to help our sisters and our brothers that do not have documents and they are working in Russia here and without getting paid? What can you do when you step into the office?
Very good. Thank you very much for the question. You know, this is the Russian Federation and it's a police state. They are too particular about documents. Living without the documents in this land is very scary. And this is number one thing that we must sort out as Nigerians. Firstly, we will
Someone is calling. I can hear you. Go ahead.
very good. We will have to consult with the authorities. We'll have to consult with the with Russian immigration lawyers and Nigerian immigration lawyers. We will come to a seat and come to a dialogue. You know very well, Don Zubby, that we're a lot in this country. Our population is very large, very large.
Yeah.
It does not pay the Russian government to force all of us out. Does it pay them? No. Are we adding to the economy? Yes, we are.
Yes, we are adding. We are adding a lot.
A lot to the economy. Most of the shops that are open in Balashika, in Luberti, are being patrolled by are being patronized by Nigerians. Let all of us go. No, you don't love us anymore in this country. We are all going. Okay. So this is the place for dialogue. When we sit together with the government, yes, this is our reality. We're having a problem. How do you help us? How do you help us? We're not the only ones. We're not criminals. We came to your country and several things happened. We're enjoying ourselves here. At least we're being able to do one or two things. How do you help us to stay legal? We don't want to continue this way. If the Nigerian community is become a respectable organization, the government will listen to us. They will listen to us. But we ourselves are still downgraded. We are downgrading ourselves. And we are not getting up to the standard we ought to get to. That's why we've not shown a voice to them. That's why we've not been bold enough to stand before the government to say this is what we want. Our president was here and he shook hands with your president. And he promised him that things will be fine. We want this, we want this, we want this. If you don't agree, okay, pack all of us and let us leave your country. And then you will see they will tell us, okay, let's look into it. Let's see how to assist. I strongly believe this. Aside the fact that, you know, we have been trying different other methods to make sure that everyone at least is legal. We Nigerians never give up. We're warriors. And we end up victorious at the end of the day.
Hold up.
Yes.
Sir, I see one comment now, sir. So someone say this man here, I will put this man, I will not use the word the guy, you know. This man here talking if he's a saint. Some years ago, he sent a lot of Nigeria to prison. Whoa! So what can you say about that?
Well, in my last interview, I made a comment about this same thing. I know this is still on my record. As the president of the African Students, then, that was in 2012, 2011, 2012, I used to be an interpreter. Not just an interpreter, anybody in trouble that is an African, especially Nigerian, the university sends for me and asks me to go and defend them, to help them, to translate for them. The Russian government always doesn't want to pay for interpreters. So they come to the university, pick up a fluent person in Russian and in English, and he interprets for them both in the court or in the police station or anywhere else. So for the records, there is a current staff of the embassy who was once in the same problem. And I would not mention his name, but if there is a need for confidential stuff, I can give it to us and we can ask him. He still works in the embassy. He had a problem. He was in town. He was in the embassy car. The police could not get into the car and they needed a Nigerian to come there to assist him. was brought from the university to be in support of him without pay. I used to help the Nigerians in this country as an interpreter anywhere else without pay. But that very day, our rector was asked to please give an interpreter. And they did not tell me exactly what it was. So I was going as usual to help some of my brothers who were in trouble. I was taken to a particular house very early in the morning without any information, without prior information. And then we got there, and I actually discovered that it was a Nigerian inhabitant. Some Nigerians were living there. The court had given an order to the police to invade the house because there was a particular fraudulent case that affected the Russian government that very year. I didn't know anything about it. I was a student, an interpreter. So I arrived there, and if there's any one of them here, they can testify to it, that the police started to handle them, and they were speaking Russian, but the guys could not speak Russian. So my job was to make their life easier by translating to them in English. And this was what happened at that very instant. But little did you know, my face was shown on the TV. My face was shown in the newspaper. I was all dressed, and these young men were woken up very early in the morning. That day, to make matters worse, I was with them from that morning till very late at night, till around 12 a.m. at night. I was not giving food. I was not giving transport. I was not giving nothing, because I was just a student who was sent to translate for them. So it really broke me down. When I got back to the university, I reported this case, and the rector gave an order that from now, such will never happen again. Because I was doing good, and it was repaid back for me for evil.
Sir, please, I do not really get your clarification, your answer on this, because this is the question. This is the question. Someone say this guy, as in this, I will not put this guy. Someone say this man speaking as a sent so many Nigerians to prison years back. So now you say you are the translation. You say you are the one that do the translation for them, and you say you don't know nothing about it. So how can you be a translation and you will not know some things you want to translate to people? That's my first question, sir.
Your question is also not totally in line, Don Zubby.
Okay. Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way again. You say you are a translation to so many people that do not speak Russian. So you say they pick you up early morning for what you do not know to go and translate. So you are telling us now what you translate, you do not know what you are translating.
No, the way you're asking your question. Listen, I was picked up to go and translate. Usually, I'm being picked up by the police. I'm being picked up to the court. I'm a translator. You know how they tell me, oh boy, some of your brothers have problems, will you not help them? That's how they pick me up. Some of your brothers have problems. Some of your brothers have challenges. We need a translator. They can't speak Russian. I am a go-getter. Immediately they say, my brother is in trouble. I'm off. When we get there, we will see what the problem is. At least he's my brother. He go speak pidgin. Let's go. Because I was also the president of Nigerian students then. And so, as a president, I had nothing to be afraid of. There's a Nigerian in trouble. Let's go there. And this was the same thing that happened. There's a Nigerian in trouble. Let's go. If I had known that day, I should have told them, I'm not going. Thank you. It was an operation of the police, and I was not aware. If we need an official confirmation, the rector of People's Friendship University, the former rector, who is now the president, can give an official statement to the Nigerian community to show that he was the one who sent me on that errand. as a translator. If such letters are needed, it will be gotten. That's how much I can tell you. I don't know anything about it. As a Nigerian, you don't have the power to send another person to prison. You don't.
Okay.
You don't. And that very day, I was not given no penny. I was not given no food. The boys, those people who were there, they know. I still saw one of them recently at the Nigerian community. We worked together. I was just like them. And this is the way the Russians also treat us. They don't treat you differently. That you're a student does not mean they will treat you differently from the others. No. They see you as the same thing. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It does not make a difference that you are in suit or you are in kaftan or you are in up and down. As long as you're a Nigerian, they see you just like the other person. So this was exactly what happened that day. I came to assist. I came to translate. When I got there, they told me the court has a paper and I'm going to be reading the paper out to the people. Until we got into the apartment, they didn't give me the paper. It was when we got into the apartment that they said, okay, this was the verdict of the court. What was the verdict? The court said the police should check the apartment. And that's all. So the police started to check the apartment. Whatever happened afterwards, I do not know about it. People decided to frame it on their brother because they saw their brother on the news and on the paper. You know he's Nigerian. It's a Nigerian thing to do. You find person where they are at fault. You decide to turn it on your brother's head. It's normal. And I accept the blame because it is not their fault. It is my fault. That same night, people came to me from town. Those were my friends. And they asked me, they said, we trust you. Joshua is not that person. I am an helper. An helper will not put you in trouble. I don't even know how to do it. I think it's not in my nature to even see anyone suffer. No. Not at all. No.
Okay.
If not, it will be negating even my ethics as a man of God.
Okay, sir.
It doesn't matter how the person is. God does not want, the Bible says that God doesn't want anyone to suffer. But that everyone rather will even come into repentance and say, I'm sorry.
Okay,
if your brother slap you on the right, you put your left to him. So why will you not even put your brother into trouble?
Okay, I was not there. I hope you guys follow his statement, follow his comment on that. Okay, sir. Now let's go for our children. Now, what is your plan when you get into the office? You know, so many of our children, they're out of school. So what is your plan? What do you have upstairs? As in, what is your plan?
Yeah.
When you step into the office, you make sure that our children go back to school, or they will have their own Nigeria or African children's school, or you know. So what is your plan? Just tell us, how are you going to achieve that? What is your plan about that?
Since I returned in 2015, I've been fighting for this school personally. I have written to the embassy. I have taken a step. In short, there was a time we had the meeting, Nigerian community, and the ambassador and his wife were there. And I also said the same thing. Guys, we need to fix a school for the children. My family is here, my wife, and I have 4 kids. They are all here in the Russian Federation. So I know what they pass through. I'm in the same shoes. If we get back now as Nigerian community, this is very easy to fix. Why? Because all of us are in the same shoes. Person wear shoe, now you know where in the pain am. So all of us will get that pain for our leg. We'll sit down together and we'll fix it together. Nigerians have been scattered and dispersed. Getting them together can only be under the platform of Nigerian community. And I had clamored for this over and over and over. The way to do it is that all of us will sit down. We already have people who send proposals that they want to do this, they want to do that. But without the Nigerian community, Russia, we will not even do it. Why? Because the last time when we started, we called people. And then they started to give excuse. But this time, before we start again, it will be all of us together. We will sit down, agree. Are we going for it? They say, yes, we are going for it. Do we need it? Yes, we need it. Oh yeah, let's start. Already now, a school already exists here in the Russian Federation. It's a continual. I never gave up on it. My children are studying in a Nigerian school.
Whoa!
Already here in Russia. Here.
Sir, you mean Nigeria have a school now?
Yes. Yes. Well, you Nigerians were not wanting it. I announced it over and over. Yes, my children are here and they are studying here. But we don't have a virtual school yet. We don't have a place yet. So we already started an online school and we have classes from KG to secondary school. We have an international school from West Africa that is supporting us with the certificate for any child who passes exam.
I want to get one thing. Is it an online school? Is it an online school or is
during this pandemic, we went totally online and we started to teach the children again. Yes.
Okay, sir.
There are teachers that have even from
pandemic,
here.
The school is not online. Is you take your child to the school?
Before the pandemic, we had the challenge with a space. For us to start up a real school with a real space here in Russia, especially in Moscow, it will need the acceptance of all Nigerian parents. Why? Because this school majorly must function in two forms. It must be day and boarding. And it will have the backing of the Nigerian embassy. Why will it be day and boarding? Moscow is too big. When we started the first one, we started to use Namiotsky. Some parents could not bring their children in the morning to school and come back to take them because the distance is too far. So there has to be a place where parents who can afford to pick their children and take them back can do that. But parents who cannot afford to do that, at least throughout the days of the week, Monday to Friday, the child will be in school as a boarding house. And then on Saturday and Sunday, for those in Moscow, the child can go back. Now, you are talking about people in Moscow. What are people outside Moscow? Some of them also want their children to take part in such programs. So they can bring their children also to do this, to take part here. We already have an educational program and a school that partners with us. This kind of program cannot work without partnership. It is going to be PPP. It's going to be both private and government partnership. And that on the side of government is going to be the Nigerian embassy. We will make them to do it when they see that we are serious. Why do we need the Nigerian embassy? When the school has the cover of the embassy, then we don't need any other type of registration from the Russian government. It will just take the registration of whatever school is partnering with it, giving it education, and the acceptance of the community. So let's say a private body, the Nigerian community, and the Nigerian embassy, partnering together, we can have a virtual school that all Nigerian kids, not only Nigerians, but also African children, can take part in this. There was a time when we started in 2015, we wrote proposals to embassy, and other African embassies were ready to take part in it. They are paying too much for their children outside in other American and England and English schools, and they want an African school. Everybody wants it. I have been pushing for that since 2015, Don Zubby. And today, that was what gave birth to the online school. Now the online school, we have parents who have their children sending their kids already, and the kids are in school. This week is their exam week. They're finishing already because they started late. They're finishing the session and they will resume again in September. So the school is already running. It depends on Nigerians.
Sir, another question.
And this time around, it will be with the involvement of
the child school he opened some years ago. He collects very expensive school fees and later involved the police into the premises. Ask him what happened to the Nigeria case. Sir, please, you are going